And thank you all for joining me. My name's Elizabeth. You're watching Crafty CreeAtions, and today we're working on a Unique in a Creek small board. I did already add the zip ties onto the board. This is my placement of the zip ties. Alrighty. Altogether, you'll need 24 zip ties for this project. And here's the 8-inch aluminum sign that we're going to be adding on in the middle. It's from uniqueinaCreek.com as well. Pipe cleaner is in there in the bag too, as well as the cable mount. Here is 1811 again with this aluminum sign. You can see in this sign there's blue, so we are using the blue, and the cream. We're using the cream, and as well as the tan. There's little bits of tan in this sign as well. And so those are the colors for this flower wreath: cream, blue, and tan. So we'll set that aside. For this right here, this tan, we'll be needing 8 petals of this pinwheel, it's called. Let's fold this pinwheel petal, it's called. We'll grab a pin with 4-inch zip ties, and yeah, these ones right here. So we grab our 10 by a little over 10 inches. I cut this because it's not exactly 10 inches wide, so I cut it a little over 10 inches. So I put this curved side up, turn it into a diamond, and I put this corner down to this corner. So we're doing the pinwheel petal. Just grab this and put it down right there. Trying to line it up right over where this point is. Trying to line it up like so. It doesn't matter if these are not lined up. It's okay. So this is where, but you need that tip up here, that point. Flip it around, and you do the same on that side. And you make sure this tip is tipping, if that's a thing. And then I usually scrunch at the 6-inch mark, like the petal is 6 inches long. And this is where I add my zip tie. Let's fold a few of these and just slip them into the board. So we'll need to do 5 more. This is my favorite flower, I think. Like, I think this is my favorite. Doing it this way. These petals in there now. So again, we're working on row 2. So the 8 set of holes. So just 8 petals for this row. Just slip and zip. Slip in there and zip, making sure my zip tie is in there. This is fast right here. Oops. Okay, I didn't cut off these ties. I don't think I should. I'll probably cut the other ones there next. And the next one this way. This sort of looks like a starfish here right away. When you look at it, that's why I decided to use this petal right here, this pinwheel. Next petal will be this one, the list petal. 2 loops, not 3, 2. And right where I added these, directly above is where I'm adding the list petal. So let's start at the top. Look at the numbers. So this board is numbered 1 to 4. So we did 2. So the row 3 will be this larger gap zip tie up in here. So that's where I'm adding the list petal. Probably cut a little bit off for this one here, about 1.5 inches. And so I'm just gonna add this one in there so you guys can see what it looks like. So we'll fold these 5 of these petals here after I add these ones in there. So right in between, actually I did that wrong. Of course, I zipped it in here. Mistake, rewind, my bad. Redo. Here we go. There we go, that's better. So I need to add a zip tie in there now. Talking away. So the larger gap hole is where this list petal is going. Again, more of a reminder to myself than me telling you. So when I do go ahead and measure out my petal of where I'm gonna add the 4-inch zip tie. So I'm just gonna make this into a 6-inch long list petal right here. So when I add my petal into the board, they're all pretty much almost the perfect length because I measured first onto my board. So making sure my zip tie is in there. All right, so let's make 5 of these. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And grab the 5 of the blue. 3, 4, and 5. Let's fold the list petal. So again, curve side up, turn it into a diamond. Put this corner down to this corner and fold it over just under this fold. Fold it over again, just under the fold. And this is what I do. You can clip yours right here so you can be, if you're having trouble with this fold, and just flip them over like that. I don't usually, in the beginning I used to use pins, but not really since I've been doing lots of these petals, and so Okay, you see the effect. Trying to get out here. Wait, let me show you. I'll cut these off first, so you won't be confused about the zip ties. So you see some of these are, you know, off to the side, and some of them are just not right in the middle of the pinwheel petal. What you can do is just maneuver it from side to side like that. Turn it around, make sure it's in the middle. So you'll have an almost perfect flower. Okay, so there's that. And when we add the sign in there, it's gonna poof like a starfish. Go in and add these, right? These ones. And for the list petals, we went in the larger gap holes. That's 8, right? I need to add a zip tie in there. I shouldn't forget that. And so now this is for the Starflower petal. This is the Starflower petal right here. I was looking through Petals on Lori from Unique in the Creek's tutorial to see which petal I should put in between the list petals. This is where I need you guys' help. Should I use the cream? Should I use the tan? All these colors look good, but I can't decide. Should I use the blue? And when I add the sign in there, as you can see, try to decide, help me, which one would you guys use? Let's add the blue. Changed it, and so this is where I don't know. Should I squish this in here or lift it up a bit? That's another thing. You see, when you design something, you have all these options and you don't know, and so lay it in between the list petals. It looks good like that. Thank you for your input. So we'll put these aside for later. Actually, I did make another one here, so we need to only do 6. Here, I'll show you how I folded the Starflower petal. I think that's what it's called. Like it does look good. Look at that. And when you put the sign in there, it just makes the these orange pop a bit more, right? And the cream, it makes it pop a bit more. So we'll put this away. We don't need it. We'll grab 6 of these and we'll make the petal. Okay, to fold the Starflower petal, so you grab a 10 by 10, put it curved side up, turn it into a diamond. What that means is this point is pointing me and this other point is pointing away from me. So I'm just gonna grab this point and put it down like that. And I this is how I make it. I like making it like this. And so I grab this and put it over, just right there. Line them up, okay? And you have this. And so you grab this. Actually, I usually do it this way. So these folds over here are facing me, because I think this is easier for me when I do that. And so when I grab this one flap right here, I put it in the middle. Line it up like that. It's like a little, you call probably a little paper airplane. And then I grab it here, I pinch it, right? Pinch it. And here I grab this and I slide it. And when I slide it over to the middle, you notice it's folding over like that. See that? It's folding. So that's good. It does that. So it's just slide it over to the middle. You have that little fold over here. Okay? And you do the same thing for this one. When you slide it over, it folds a little bit. Just folds. See a little fold over here and a little fold over here. Okay? That's the Starflower petal. I tried this before I came on live. I tried making this on a large board, and I have yet to this flower that I love so much. I tried to make it on the large board. I haven't really, you know, don't really know how where my petals will lay and all that. And so I still have to try to figure that out. And when I do, we'll probably need a bigger, more petals and bigger sign and all that. I still have to figure that out on this flower on the large board. I tried to do that today, but I was running out of time. And I thought I didn't have any small boards. And I was like, I'm running out of time. And I wanted to do this on a large board. And so, yeah, gotta figure that out. So I'm just gonna fold it this way. So it's easier for me when these flaps, these folds here are facing me when I do this petal. But it does look okay too when you fold it away from you. But you probably want to make sure that whichever way you fold your petal is, you just keep doing the same thing to make sure everything looks uniform. Okay, let's add these petals. I'll just say these petals because I said Starflower petal, but now I'm thinking, is it folded the same way? But I'm pretty sure it is. So this is the reason why I like this flower so much, is it doesn't use up a lot of material. Like I can do 3 loops for the leaves petal for this style wreath as well. I've done that before, and the cost will be low. And the reason why I always use the small board for flowers is it's not that expensive when it's done. Like I'm using 32 10 by 10 cuts. That's one roll of mess right there all together. So there's 8, right, for the brown, the tan. And there's 8 for these petals. So that's 16. And then there's 8 blue for the list petal. And then there's 8, that's 16. So 16, 16 is 32. And usually in a one roll of mist, there's 34. Or if you're lucky, you'll get, sometimes you get 36. And so that's one roll of mist right there. And so that's the reason why I always use the small board, is because I'm trying to keep my costs low. And so, yeah. And there it is. Even the cream with this style would have looked good as well, I think. But with the cream in between. But I like the blue. See, this is an older version board. There's no middle holes for this one right here. So I'm just gonna go and add my sign right here. Diagonal holes. So it'll lay right. I don't think there's really which side do I add the sign sort of thing for this. I'm probably just gonna add it like this. Add the hanging zip tie in there. Do this hanging zip tie here. There it is.